Hi everyone, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. I am, I know for sure. I decided to make a video on my Accord 6.6 2008. I noticed there's not a lot of content for these cars out there, so I said I might as well do a little POV drive with you guys in this beautiful scenery here in British Columbia. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk first about what I've done to the car, what I want to do with the car too. So it is sitting on BC Racing coilovers. We can't really see them, but yeah, it has a set of wheels of Avid.1. They're all right. They're reps obviously, but they're pretty good for what you pay for. Engine wise, we have a few goodies. Nothing special. We have this custom intake. It's mostly just for sound. I don't really think there's a power gain out of that. It sounds really good though. We do have a 3.7 throttle body off of a 2012 Acura TL with the P2R adapter. That actually makes a whistling sound when we're about a quarter throttle. I really like that. It almost sounds like a turbo spill. Sounds pretty cool. We do have a set of Bosch 650cc injectors, just in case I want to, you know, one day go E85 or put a big turbo on it. Yeah, we can see here with the set of BC Racing coilovers, we can actually adjust the stiffness right on top of here. You basically just turn it and it's 30 clicks like that, from 0 to 30. 0 being the softest, 30 being the stiffest. We're at 27 in the front, I'm pretty sure, and 25 in the back. Exhaust wise, this thing has RV6 high flow cats, pretty good. ATLP J pipe with a nice Magnaflow cat back exhaust. I do want to put a full HFP kit on here. I got this piece off of a junkyard car and then I tried to paint it. Doesn't look the best, but I feel like I might as well leave it on now, because when I take it off, the car just looks absolutely naked and I don't like it. So I'm rocking that for now. I'll buy a full new HFP kit. I would like to wrap this car in Nardo gray too. I absolutely love that color. Maybe put a set of sway bars on there for a little bit more handling, even though the handling is already really good. No complaints on that. And on the interior, we have a set of seat of NRG Prisma. I really like these seats. They're actually pretty affordable. They look really nice and they hold you in place. You know, they do their job. Now, they are not FIA approved, so if you're planning on doing you know, go on the track where you need regulations and all that, that might not be your seat. But for street use, they're absolutely awesome. No complaints.
Testing. System ready.
So yeah, let's take this thing for a spin, show you guys how it drives. Now, this is my first time talking through video. We'll see how it comes out. I absolutely love this scenery, this section of the highway. Absolutely love it. It's actually really nice roads, not too many bumps, so we can actually get up to speed without ripping off her oil pan. And yeah, that's the thing. When you lower your car, if you live in an area where you don't have good roads, it is a pain. Where I live, actually, the roads are actually pretty rough, and yeah, it's you need to always slow down, dodge bumps and potholes, and you get used to it though. If you need a family car or anything, I don't think I would lower that. But if you're a young guy like me with no kids, no wife, then you should be good to go. Yeah, so these cars, they're really good. I really like them. I like the torque, I like the power. Even stock, it actually surprises a lot of people. What I like about these things is people don't really expect much out of them because they're just a Honda Accord. It's just, you know, it's supposed to be Uncle Joe just driving to work, right? But these, I would say if you're in the market for an Accord V6, absolutely get the manual. It is a must, because the automatics are in fact slower and just not as engaging. They do feel a little bit grandpa. They don't have the best transmission. I think the automatic transmission has a 5-speed, pretty long gearing. Yeah, not the best performance wise, but there's nothing wrong with the automatic. I mean, there's a VCM system on it where on the highway like this, it would be shutting off 3 cylinders to save fuel. The manual doesn't have that. I guess that can be nice if you're trying to save fuel, but I honestly don't really care about it. I think it's just one more thing that could break. But yeah, the handling stock, it can be a little bit rough. You know, the car sits pretty high. It has some pretty normal tires. It is a front heavy car because it has a big V6 and pretty much nothing in the back. And even on mine, as we can see, I've removed the rear seats, so it's even a little bit lighter. Yeah, once you get I would invest in a nice set of BC Racing coilovers like I did, and it changes the whole car. It makes it go from just a nice coupe with a little bit of a powerful engine to an actual sports car. That's what I felt when I first put my BC Racing coilovers on. I finally felt like I was actually driving a sports car, and they're pretty comfortable. I would say, like right now we're almost on the stiffest settings, and you know, it's not putting my head through my spine every time there's a bump. So, and there's not much body roll either. I forgot to mention, I did upgrade the brakes, just the disc and the pads from Max Advanced Brake here in Canada. I'm pretty sure they're from Ontario. They are pretty good. I took their highest performance ones. I'm pretty sure if you're gonna go on track and track it hard, I do think they would fade after a little bit. Driving a little bit more until we get to some corners and show you guys the handling of this thing. And soft, but it is kind of hard to communicate with the front wheels sometimes. Like, you don't really know what's going on with them until you're actually understeering. So, you know, it is an Honda Accord at the end of the day. It's not nothing fancy. So we got a couple corners coming up. Why don't we get up to speed a little bit? Sticky tires, some nice wheels, and some coilovers. Car handles really, really well. That's so much fun, especially for the money. I know these things are actually they hold their value pretty well. So if you're in the market for one of these cars, like, even at, I see some with 300,000 kilometers on them, and they still sell for around 8,000, 10,000 Canadian. So reliability, I do, as we can see, I do drive this car pretty hard at times. I've owned this car for 4.5 years now, I think, going on 5. I would say the main issue with these cars is the timing belt. Around 160,000 kilometers is when they snap, so you do need to check that before buying one. I replaced mine, cost me about $1,000 Canadian, and honestly, even if the belt is good, if your car has 100,000 miles pretty much, and it doesn't have the timing belt done, I would get it done immediately. When I got mine done, I just did it because I heard people online talking about it, and the guy who did the job for me said, yeah, the belt was cracking, it had kinks in it. Not kinks, but little, I wouldn't really know how to call that, just a little piece of it taken out. So she was about to snap. Obviously, if that happens, probably a blown engine, because the timing's off, everything's off. So it is something to consider when buying one of these cars. And yeah, overall review of this car, honestly, they respond very well to modification. When they're stock, they're actually really nice daily drivers. Like, if you're just looking for a daily driver and you don't really want to modify your car, one of these cars it won't be like this one where it handles fairly well, and car is tuned by K-Tuner. I got an E-tune from Outlaw. I'll put his Instagram in bio. If you guys need an E-tune for, I think he does pretty much all GDM cars. He is a really good guy. Did a strong, powerful tune and healthy too for this car. So shout out to him. Yeah. Overall review of this car, honestly, if you're in the market for one of these cars and you don't mind not having a rear wheel drive car, because these cars are front wheel drive, I would totally go for it. Totally recommend it. They're not perfect cars, you know. They are for Honda. Some people say that they're super unreliable. That hasn't been my experience with it. I've had obviously issues with it, but I can't really blame the car because I do, you know, drive it hard. I did take the car to the track, and yeah, honestly, overall, I would definitely recommend this car, especially even if you want to modify it. I would yeah, I would lead you guys towards this platform. Parts they can be expensive depending on what we're looking at. One of the complaints I do have would be it's hard to find aftermarket stuff for these cars. You really have to dig, whereas let's say a BMW E36, like, it's so easy to find stuff, right? Because there's so much aftermarket out there for it. Whereas these cars, people don't really modify them. Some people do, but it is a little bit harder to find some parts, and you have to dig, definitely. So yeah, that's pretty much an honest review here of a young guy who's owned it for 4.5 years. Overall, yeah, I would rate this car, I think, a solid 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I would like it to be rear wheel drive, but honestly, you get used to the front wheel drive. You know, if you're a Honda fan and you like Civic SIs, Type Rs, all these cars, you're definitely gonna love this. The manual with this is just amazing. Short gearing, good amount of torque. It's you can definitely surprise some people. I've definitely surprised some people with the car, mostly Volkswagen GTI owners. They really think they'll just walk over all that thing, and then when they're behind you, it's pretty funny seeing their face. But yeah, so on that, guys, I'll wrap up the video here. And if you got any questions, feel free to leave some in the comments. I'll answer them. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that little POV drive, and I'll try to make more of these videos. And